I stepped out of my house to attend a small meetup at Lodhi Art District. The plan was simple: walk around, explore the old wall paintings, and enjoy the creativity of some of the biggest street artists. But honestly, I did not expect the place to feel so alive. The moment I reached there, the streets looked completely different from a normal part of the city. It felt like someone had secretly turned an ordinary neighborhood into a giant open air art gallery. First impression of Lodhi Art District, like my first impression, was honestly surprising. Usually, when we walk on city streets, we see normal buildings, maybe some advertisements, and a lot of traffic. But here, every wall looked like it had a story painted on it. The buildings were not just buildings anymore, they had colors, they had shapes, characters, and emotions painted on them. Some murals were huge, some murals were very huge. They covered the entire side of buildings. When I stood in front of one painting and looked up, it almost felt like the wall was talking to me. The street suddenly felt artistic, calm, and creative at the same time. It didn't feel like I was walking in a normal part of Delhi anymore. It felt like I had entered a living gallery. The street art versus museum art. So I have seen paintings in museum before, but seeing art on the street feels completely different in a museum. Paintings are usually inside frames and hung carefully on walls. People walk slowly and quietly looking at them from a distance. But street art feels more alive because the paintings here are not locked behind glass. They are open for everyone to see. Students, tourists, workers, or anyone just passing by. You don't need to buy a ticket for it, and you don't need to be an art expert actually. You can simply walk and enjoy it. Another interesting thing is the environment. In a museum, everything is silent and controlled, but here there are sounds of traffic, people talking, and birds flying above. And somehow those sounds make the paintings feel more connected to real life. The art becomes part of the street and not separate from it. The story is hidden in wall paintings. As we walked around during the meetup, I noticed that every mural seemed to tell a different story. Some paintings showed animals and nature, some showed people and emotions, some had abstract shapes and bright colors that made you think deeply about their meaning. One mural looked like it was talking about culture and traditions. Another looked modern and futuristic. Some paintings had small details hidden inside them. At first glance, you might only see the big picture, but if you stand there for a few minutes, you will start noticing the smaller things around you, little symbols, patterns, or messages. It almost felt like each wall had a secret waiting for someone to discover it from their eyes.